right, buddy.
Hey, it's Musicians Forced to Podcast with half of Harlem Hayfield. With half of Hayfield. Mikey, that's Brandon, and Hugh's behind the camera like usual. Not always, because the other guys in this band are going to be on episodes in the near future.
No, they're not.
I think we're going to try.
No, they're not. I don't believe that. We've been doing this for a long time now, and they don't ever come.
I know.
They've been on a couple.
We've got like
they don't like us.
They haven't.
Few.
You know what? They haven't been to the basement. That's what it is. We
They
just
haven't
need to
been to the
lure them
basement.
to the basement.
We're getting
there.
our comeuppance here. We got microphones and cans.
I want them to come on here. I hope they do. I just don't think they will.
I think so. Especially Graham.
Graham said recently that he wanted to get on here more. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Chris, it's just a matter of schedule. You know, doing it on a day. Well, we could have told him we were doing this today, and he would have probably came over.
Those dudes are not going to be on here with any regularity, I don't think at all.
Sure.
That'll be our special guest.
I don't ever have regularity because I eat too much cheese and drink Diet Coke.
It's a fucking
I'm regular
commercial
all
for
the time, dude.
incontinence.
Like, you could set a watch to my ass.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I don't
gross.
understand that.
I've never known anyone like that.
Yeah. Well, you met, yeah, you do. You can use me as the poster child for regularity.
Ugh. Okay, can we start over?
This podcast is sponsored by Metamucil. What were we?
Football.
Oh man, it's
Oh,
football.
shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude. I'm stoked. I took a couple years off of watching the Bears, and you can call it fair weather if you want, but I've watched plenty of losing seasons of the Bears in the past. But I finally broke down this year and got digital antenna because I gave up cable a while back, a long time ago, and then I finally got away from Xfinity entirely because I switched to Verizon Internet, and it's so nice not giving them money. But I don't watch a lot of TV anyways, so I never worried about it. I didn't have WAND. I didn't have like local news stations. I didn't have anything. Just none.
Just see them online.
I'll see the shit on Facebook or
Yeah.
something. That's where I get my news. It's always factual. But I finally broke down and bought a digital antenna so I could watch Bears games without paying the NFL $500 or $600 for a year.
Sure.
For a season ticket. But and then I was so excited. I finally got it hooked up. He had to help me move the fireplace in and out so I can hook wires up. And I finally got it turned on. And that was the week, 2 or 3 weeks ago when they lost to the Packers.
That was like, you were all excited because they were on a tear
busting
before that, right?
Yes, they were killing it before that. And I was like, we're going to take the Packers out. It's going to be great. And that was the week they lost to the Packers. I was like, son of a bitch. If I would have just not watched the game,
Yep.
then they would have won.
Oh, and it would have been a blowout. It would have been an awesome game.
It'd have been
Yeah,
like
yeah.
68-3 Bears, and then everybody's crying. And
Yeah.
oh my god! But no. But so I was like, now I have the stations, and now I'm ready to watch Bears in San Francisco tonight.
I'm watching that. I'm going.
Have you watched any of them?
So I grew up in Chicago. I talked on this podcast about how my dad brought me to the stadium when
Yeah.
I was a little kid, and I got like a behind the scenes view because his office was in Soldier Field. Like for a few years, the Chicago Park District plumbing like office where he had to pull his truck was under Soldier Field.
No shit.
Yeah.
Why would their office be there? I guess it's just an extra place so they got room.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that when they moved Soldier Field
they found Jimmy
and
Hoffa.
rolled up all that sod, I'm pretty sure that sod found its way to Canaryville and is on my yard now.
Nice.
Because I'm 90% sure that the spot where I would play catch with my dad
Yeah.
and throw the pigskin around was where Walter Payton played. Basically,
That's
we just
dope.
moved that. to
That's
my
pretty
house.
fucking
But
cool.
anyway, it's going the long way around. No, I never watched the Bears. Even growing up, like my dad would be like, "Hey, son, you want to watch the Bears?" And I'm just
Yeah.
like, video games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, where I never had a sports bone in my body, but I went home. We had like an early Christmas get together with my parents on the 20th, and so
Yeah,
the whole
that was the
family was
game.
over. And I was just like, okay, well, while they're watching the game, I'll go downstairs and play with my nephew. You know, they'll have fun. And then like the game started, and I was just kind of watching it. Just we were all hanging out,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was just like, I'm kind of curious about this, and so I sat down And so Elida goes downstairs with my nephew. She's like, we'll go play video games while you hang out. And it was literally 41 years old. It was the first time I actually sat with my dad and watched a full football game.
That's awesome.
And for that to be the game, because the whole time he's like, oh, this is what it's like,
It
son.
was, dude.
He was literally telling me, he's like, I've been watching this game twice a year for decades, and this is how it ends every time, with it just like them just making mistake after mistake. And I'm just like, damn. And so then like, it's just like, well, hold on. Oh shit, we're going into overtime.
Cardiac Bears,
and I'm like,
baby.
I'm like texting my wife. I'm like, I think I need to stay up here. And she's like, yes, go ahead. I'm just like, the first time I've ever been like, fuck yeah.
They tie it up,
dude,
go to overtime.
It's easy to, even if you don't watch, it only takes 1 or 2 games to like really fall into it like that. I'm careful. Like I was telling him the other day, like sometimes I really like watching football. I haven't in a long time, but I'm sometimes like if it gets halfway through the season or whatever, I make sure I don't see a game because I don't want to fall into it late like that. You know what I mean? Like I want to either start it in the very beginning, or nothing at all. But now with him, because I can hear him, dude.
Especially on the 20th.
Yeah. I live upstairs from him, and I can just hear him screaming at the TV and like.
I get into it.
He's like, just going
that's how
crazy.
It was on the 20th.
Yeah.
Were you watching it on the 20th?
He didn't watch it.
Uh-uh.
He just heard me screaming.
I could hear
downstairs.
him yelling. I'm laughing upstairs, but then now I've caught a little bit here and there, so I'm going to watch that game with him tonight.
Okay, you were talking about, oh man, if I wouldn't have watched that game, they would have probably won the first Packers game.
I've had that mentality before.
Now, do you have that, like, do you get any superstitions? Like, oh shit, they did good, now I can't change this?
No.
Because during the game in Chicago, they were just like someone came into the room and the Bears had like a quick turnover, and they're like,
stay in the room.
You move from that fucking spot.
Yeah.
And my cousin Kyle is like,
the biggest superstition I ever had was just if I watch them, they'll lose. But was that a superstition or was that an easy cop out from me saying I still support the Bears without any effort?
They're doing good this year.
Could have been either one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bears are killing it, really.
Yeah.
So going into this game, what are the odds? What's the outlook? How is San Francisco doing? I know
San
nothing
Francisco
about
is the scariest team we are going to play this year, in my opinion.
Okay. So
except for playoffs.
Okay. So
they have a fantastic coach. They have a fantastic quarterback. They've got some serious weapons on offense, but one of them I think one of their defense. I think Kittle might be out today, and that is a huge defensive player that I wouldn't mind if he sat this one out.
Well, see, that's those things. Like I didn't know going in. Like I didn't even realize the Packers quarterback got hurt. In the beginning. I mean, I saw him get hurt, but I never realized that they didn't bring him back in.
Yeah, he's still out. He didn't play this week.
Yeah. So like after while they were just fucking mowing through us during the most of that game, my dad was like, he's not even supposed to be there, and I'm like, who? And he's like, the quarterback, and I'm like, how come? And he's like, because the. Never mind. So it wasn't a perfect bunny.
Yeah,
I was still just sitting there like, what happened?
Jordan Love stays in the pocket.
Be quiet, son. Be quiet.
Jordan Love stays in the pocket and throws from the pocket. Mills was all over that field, and our defense is not ready for a scrambling quarterback, apparently. Because they were confused as shit.
I plan on eventually being able to pop this laptop up to the screen and show you guys some stuff because
we're getting there.
Yeah, I'll throw it in the finished product. But I used to film sports for the Herald and Review. I'd have to go out and film high school sports, and the first time I did that is 2006. I'm fresh out of college. I don't know shit about sports. I'd never been to a high school game, never been to a Bear game.
Yeah,
and I have to go out and cover high school football, and I'm like, all right, I know enough about it. I know you got four downs.
You guys trying to put down there.
4 chances.
The other guy's trying to get down there.
The photographer's like, oh, you got to stay on the line of scrimmage. I learned pretty quick that's for still photography because you're just getting that shot. As soon as they get off the line, then they're going that way. So I had to stand with the TV guys. They're about 20 yards ahead. Get them coming toward you. Usually, unless it's like a really good run or pass, it's gonna end, and you just keep working your way down. And it took me a while to learn that third down, if you don't get it, you're kicking it.
You're going to be kicking it.
But I didn't know that. I just knew you had 4 tries.
Right.
And so I'm standing there. It's it's 4th and 9. And all the camera guys are going to the other end of the field.
You guys are dumb.
And I'm like,
they're all down here.
I'm like, these guys are stupid. They have one more try left. All of a sudden the fucking action's going. Then I'm like, the hell? And me, riddled with anxiety. Now I'm like, everybody in this stand of high schoolers and their parents is like, look at that dipshit down there pointing the camera the wrong. So now, like, I've just got this searing embarrassment attached to me.
Yeah,
no.
While
that's what I focus on when I go to football games, is where the cameraman is.
Well, and that's exactly what I had to tell myself. Like, no one's paying attention to you. I'm like, someone saw. Someone's. And then what really helped was having Eric Lee. You know him, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Having him up in the radio and people texting me and going, hey, he's talking about you. And I'm like, fuck! Because he's like, hey, we got the Herald and Review's Hugh Sullivan down there. Look at that sexy body. Look at him walk with that camera. I like that haircut, too. And I'm like, stop, no! Just roasted me from the fucking press box. So that was always a good time.
You find yourself in the parking lot, his license plate
is
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, my knowledge of sports was, it was a little better watching this game, and going in, but still, like, I know now, like, 3rd and 9, they're probably going to kick the ball, but I still, like,
4th and 9.
Yeah, 4th and 9. See,
you're getting there.
I'm getting there. Yeah. But like, there's so many times where like everyone would throw their hands up and be like, "Oh, that was a bad call," and I'm just like, I just saw a pile of dudes.
Yeah,
I could not see. People are like, "Oh, it was holding," and I'm like, I have no idea what that. I couldn't tell.
I used to be like that too.
I'm trying.
Yeah, like I never got into watching football at all until I was well into my 20s. Like, I didn't care when I was a kid. All I cared about was playing guitar when I was a kid. You couldn't have made me watch a game. But when I first started getting a little bit into it, it was the same thing. It was like, the fuck just happened? Like, the guy gave the ball to this guy, and then they ran for like 2 feet, and then there was a huge pile of people.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck do you even figure out what that was?
Yeah.
And it's not hard at all.
Honestly, I would say I was probably in college, because I never went to any high school games or anything like that. I didn't care. I was dope when we had a pep rally because I didn't have to go to fucking history class or something like that, But yeah, it was like when I got to college, then living in Indianapolis, I was like, okay, yeah, go Colts. But when I left Indianapolis, came back here, I was like, that's some old shit. This is the home of the Bears, baby.
Shit, yeah.
This is the home of the Bears. You got to go Bears. But I do remember as a kid being like, I talked about the Super Bowl shuffle video terrorism to people I worked with at the video store. So, I mean, this was always a Bears house when I was a kid.
When one thing I really appreciate, and something that people who watch a lot of sports were probably better at when they were doing, like, filming a game, following the ball. Being able to follow the ball when, like, the whole point of a lot of these plays is for the quarterback to trick the other team where the ball's going.
Right.
Well, they were tricking the fuck out of me. I'm just
He's
like
running it.
Yeah.
Wait, he don't even have the ball.
I'm following a guy and I'm like, oh shit, touchdown, baby. And then I hear like, ooh, as the guy who actually has the ball gets hit. and I'm like, motherfucker. You're like, no one's following the guy. I'm just like, oh, he's going for, 80 yards. And no, that guy got tackled over there.
That was a good play. You got me. You would have ran right past me.
Yeah. Even worse than that, though, was I would cover the futures tournament at the LPGA tournament.
Yeah, following a golf ball? How the fuck?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I was asking a guy about that because it was impossible.
I can't follow it when I hit it myself.
Yes, my naked eye, I can't.
Like when we hit them off the dock in Michigan, I have to watch the water to even see where it goes. Or maybe it'll hit the trees on the island. But
right.
You know who's got it easiest? Tennis match photographers. There's like, I'm just going to shoot the whole court.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm going to stand back here and just let it go.
Maybe cut away to a close-up and people going,
Yeah. Or bowling. I mean, you've got the whole thing in a shot. You just follow it.
Camera guy's over and eating a burrito. And
that's a game where the athlete and the people covering it can just be hogging down pizza and beer the whole game.
Smoking.
That's a sport for me.
I was looking around at all the games on the PlayStation Store, and there is like a PBA Bowling 2026 or something. They're still making new bowling games.
What's different from the last one? Is it the better? Do they have the "Who do you think you are? I am" guy? You can play as him.
Yeah. Oh man, I forgot all about that. That was Pete Weber.
Do you know about that guy? Oh, I'll show you the video.
It was
Damn TV.
Strike to claim it. A strike to claim it. And he got it!
That is right. I did it. That's number 5. Are you kidding me? That's right. Who do you think you are? I am.
Who do you think you are?
I am. Like, all right, man.
Right on.
That could make sense because, like, who do you think you are? A beast? I am a beast.
The beast.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're giving him too much
Maybe.
credit.
I'm probably giving him a way too much
There's
credit.
a lot of caffeine and cocaine and
Oh yeah.
Oh,
in
man.
that body.
All them bowlers love cocaine.
Fucking cocaine central at a bowling
Let's
alley.
just start a rumor. Like, all bowlers love cocaine.
I mean, I think it's probably pretty true.
I mean, lanes, lines.
70s bowlers, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cigarettes and cocaine, Newports and cocaine.
And handlebar mustaches.
Handlebar mustaches and probably the champagne of beer, I would guess.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hell
A
yeah.
lot of gold tops.
Or it just said beer and had the little cost cutter scissors
Or
across
like
the top of it.
Stroh's. Some kind of beer like Stroh's or Stag.
I am going to backtrack a little bit before we wrap this one up and say I didn't get a chance to bring it up, but I got 2 really good blooper reels out of my time covering sports. The first one was football. I was covering Maroa Forsyth during their one of the years they went to state. And
Forsyth's always really good team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm filming, and this guy's coming right down the sideline, and that's usually, when they're doing that, good chance it's going to be a touchdown. So everyone who's filming on the sidelines kind of takes a few steps back. I would kind of look over the camera because I would zoom all the way out as they got closer, and then I would look with my actual eyes at what was going on around me as I backed up and passed. That just in case anything happened, I wouldn't get hit. So that happened one year, and this kid's tear-assing down the sideline. I'm going, but there was no way I could have stopped it. Took me down. My hand hit the ground. My watch broke and cut up my arm. The camera landed on my head. I had a big knot on it. And I was like laughing my ass off. I was like, yeah! I hopped up. The guy was like, put that on TV. I was just like,
football!
I was like, I'm not TV. It's going to be on the internet for the newspaper. That's a lot less exciting, but yeah.
Yeah.
You all right, buddy? You all right? Put that on TV for me.
And then another time I was filming at St. T for a basketball tournament, and they always have really good food backstage. So if you go to St. Teresa, they have the stage inside the gym. So there's the one net. If you miss the shot, it's just going to go up onto the stage.
Yeah.
And so backstage, they have the curtains up, and backstage was pulled pork, fucking homemade casseroles from all the students, parents
Catholics.
and stuff. Yeah. And so anytime they're you got to cover the holiday tournament, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'd be back there because I'd be there for hours covering all the different games. Yeah. So in between each game, halftime, I'm eating popcorn, nachos, and shit. I was going to town. And so one year I get there and I'm standing on the corner, and one of the TV guys shows up, and he's just like, hey man, what's up? And I'm like, hey. I'm like, they got that shit back there, and he's like, oh yeah, and I'm like, oh, they had those noodles from last year, and he's like, and I immediately go Fat Boy style and just start telling him about all the food. Meanwhile,
you remember gravy?
Yeah,
I remember gravy.
Meanwhile, this ball bounces in front of me and goes over my head, and there's a kid sailing through trying to save it, and he just topples me over. I would have seen it if I wasn't so excited to tell him about the noodle casserole backstage.
Green beans.
We will make a trip back there.
And then one more thing that I saw
casserole.
on the sidelines of Maroa Forsyth, there was an older dude there. I don't know if he's still around, but he was at every game. I covered for almost 10 years out there. And every game, we called him the Candy Man. He was one of the assistant coaches or something, old dude. And he would just walk up to the students. He'd walk up to me and just be like, hey, and just give me a little handful. It was some
it's usually frowned upon, isn't it?
Yeah,
right? It was a little grape bubble gum, and just,
Why does it smell like Sudafed?
But yeah, he would just come up and just hand you, 3 or 4 candies, hard candy and bubble gum. And I was just like, it was a fun novelty.
His name was Mr. Sweetwater.
But he was always taking pictures on the sideline, so he'd always be down on his knees, and he's an old guy.
Yeah.
And one year I saw him get fucking train wrecked. Some kid just bowled him over. So this poor
Candy
old man
went everywhere like Sonic coins.
He looked like an old man pinata. The candy just went boom. And I
poor
was like,
guy.
oh God. Like after I found out he was okay, I was able to laugh.
You got all the candy.
I was just like, oh fuck. Like they hit him so hard.
It's like when Mario gets ting.
It literally, the candy exploded
Like
out
they
of his
threw him
pocket.
off a float.
I was like, oh shit. Yeah.
Old man pinata. My Werthers.
All right, you can wrap this up.
All right. Well, this has been another episode of Musicians Forced Podcast. Do us a favor, like the video, say something, comment. We'll respond. Share it out to somebody, and most
Smash the
importantly,
buttons.
subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe.
I'm Mikey. That's Brandon. Hugh behind the camera. We're half of Harlem Hayfield, and we'll see you next time.
Later.
Peace. Welcome to our Tubecast.
What you get when you break your dick.
Yeah. You get a Tubecast.